So hi, welcome back to Junk Journal January with me, Peggy Lee. And so we did our cover page yesterday where I just put the journal prompts in here and just some pretty little papers, some pretty tissue paper. And then this was the journal page that I created for day 1. And so now we're going to move on to day 2, and we're just going to work right on the back side of this page. So I've decided to pull out some papers from Heather from rubyandpearl.xo, and I will leave a link in the description below to where you could find these digitals. I believe this is in her, I can't say exactly which, I want to say the Seaside one or the Blues. I can't think. I will make sure I link it below. But today we're going to use this little bird photo. We're going to cut this little bird photo out. And I just thought it was perfect for January and little moments. And today's prompt is little moments. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use this really pretty blue paper that's in Heather's shop, and we're going to put that on the back of the sheet music. So let's get started. Alright, I'm going to move this off so I don't lose it. And let's see. Alright, I'm going to just rip off some of this white that's left over from the printer. This is an easy way to rip when you've got like such a fine line of white edge showing. This is a great way to get rid of those edges without having to like be really fussy with cutting. Alright, I should not be doing that on there. So my first day got a little chunky, and I have to remember that I don't want to make my book too chunky. So let's see. Let's go ahead and measure this out because I'm going to cover the whole thing with this paper. So right about, and this is how I measure. I don't normally use the ruler very often to measure unless I need a precise measurement. So we're going to put that right up at the top and rip this off, and we're going to go ahead and get that glue that right onto our page. So remember that this is day 2 of Junk Journal January. That is a mouth, a full piece to say. And I'm getting low on my glue, but there's still a ton of glue in here. You just have to get it down. Okay. So we're going to put that down. So this one I'm going to keep quite simple because the first one is very kind of over chunky a little bit. And probably too chunky. As you can tell, it really sticks up quite a lot, but it's all going to be good. So this is going to be day 2, and now we're going to take the same thing. I'm going to use the ruler, and I'm going to rip this off. And when Heather does her digitals, she does the photo and always puts some sort of script or sheet music or something around the photo, and then adds another color. So when you're cutting it out, you have layers. So it's not just a plain plain white piece. So I'm cutting off the blue because I'm putting it on a blue background. So I'm going right up to the script. And I'm trying to get this video in and done because it's the end of the day here on the East Coast and the sun is gone down. So this is how flat I'm keeping it. This one is not going to have as many. Now this is really blue on blue, so we're going to put something underneath this to help it stand out. So let's see. What was I going to use? Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab, the other day I coffee dyed a ton of white paper. And I'm going to use one of those because I love that look. And it's all crinkly and it's just perfect. So we're going to go ahead and glue that picture right on. Oh, I am getting quite low on my glue. Okay. I'm gonna glue that right on to this lovely coffee stained piece of paper, which I absolutely positively love. I'm gonna rip off the edge. And I'm just gonna rip this piece off just a little bit more. Okay, so it's gonna look just like that. And before we put this down, I'm gonna add some gesso. Like, I think my little book that I'm making is going to be a lot of little mixed media, just little pieces of mixed media, because I really love the mixed media shabby look. So we're gonna put this, and I just realized I put my paper upside down. Don't put your paper upside down. I'm not gonna worry about it. So I'm gonna put some white gesso here on the bottom, just for some added texture. And we'll add some up at the top. I can't believe I put that on backwards. Can you see? Just a little bit. And that's it for that. Now normally you would want to let this dry or heat set it before you put on your piece, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. And also, so I'm gonna put that piece down, and I got some little piece of lace left over. I'm gonna look to see if I want that on there. I think so. I'm going to cut this piece of lace right in half so I can get another project out of it. Okay. And so I'm just going to put a string or a line of glue right across, just like that. And put this piece of lace on there. And yeah, that's fine, that can go on there. And now I'm going to add some glue to this. Like I did in my last junk journal series that I did, I try and to keep my layouts under 15 minutes. Just for myself. Just so that I don't want it to take an hour to make a layout. I want to keep it simple but nice and cute, and look how pretty that is, but just a little bit of gesso and some trim and the bird, and we have the little thing that says happy little moments. I'm gonna go ahead and take, whoops, everything's falling. Take some black ink and distress my edges, and it's starting to get dark, so we gotta get this video done. So I will be posting pictures of all of my days over on my Instagram page, and I will leave a link for that. In the description below, so that you can go and see the close-up photos of all my pages. And I would love you, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be doing a ton of content in the year 2022. It's a goal of mine. I have want to expand my YouTube, and so I thought, why not just go ahead and do it for 2022. So I also have this little date stamp that I keep track of when the each day I do it. So I put little happy little moments, and so this is day 2 of January. So it has January 01, 2022. So I just need to change it to a 2. And I always stamp off to make sure I get the right date. And I think I'm going to just stamp it. And sometimes I stamp twice or 3 times. It's kind of like just something that I like to do. And there you have it. Just a really simple day 2 of Junk Journal January, and it is with Heather's Digitals from rubyandpearl.xo and a little bit of vintage lace and some gesso, and you have a perfect little page. Thanks so much for joining me, and stay tuned for day 3.